Yeah, so we'll start with the intro. The Song of Prayer intro. Ready?
Yes. Am I reading?
Please.
Okay. Prayer is the greatest gift with which God blessed his son at his creation. It was then what it is to become, the single voice creator and creation share. The Son sings to the Father, who returns the thanks it offers him unto his Son. Endless the harmony, and endless too the joyous chord of the love they give, forgive to, wait,
The
the
joy.
joyous chord of the love they give forever to each other, forever to each other. And in this, creation is extended. God gives thanks to his extension in his Son. His Son gives thanks for his creation in the song of his creating in his Father's name. The love they share is what all prayer will be throughout eternity when time is done. For such it was before time seemed to be.
It kind of points to like we're going to talk about time as it exists, but it really doesn't. It doesn't exist.
Mhm.
You know, it was then what it is to become, the single voice creator and creation share. So it is what it is to become. So it's got this play on time there. Uh, but it always is. It's never changed. It's got an idea of like, oh, it might seem like a dance. It might seem like we not know the end. It might seem like there could be dark stuff and light stuff, but it's all one big beautiful thing. And God and the Son love it all in that context.
Mhm.
And we're the Son, by the way.
And we're the Son what?
We're the Son. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
In
yes,
this
we are
context.
the, yes. To you who are in time a little while, prayer takes the form that best will suit your need. You have but one. What God created, one must recognize is one, its oneness, and rejoice that what illusions seem to separate is one forever in the mind of God. Prayer now must be the means by which God's Son leaves separate goals and separate interests by, and turns in holy gladness to the truth of union in his Father and himself.
Mhm. These kind of things, I think it's important to realize that there's no right way in all of creation to follow. And so the Bible, any of the religions, A Course in Miracles, any sacred texts, all the Vedas, I mean, all these things, they're but a finger pointing to the moon, right? That story. In that it's not the moon, it's not the source, it's just a way that can point in the right way that could help us to remember reality. And that's salvation. It's to remember. It's not
Yeah.
to get anywhere because we're already there. We already are that thing that we seek. And so when it says prayer prayer now must be the means by which God's Son leaves the separate goals and separate interests by, and turns in holy gladness to the truth of union. We're engaging in these ways to help us remember to leave the means that God's Son leaves separate goals and separate interests.
Mhm.
That's the trick. I think my separate goals and separate interests are my way to add the thing I think I lack. But
Mhm.
I have to make up this whole universe to think there could be anything that's separate.
Yeah.
And that's the whole game right there. The whole game.
Mhm.
And it's a fun game. I'm into it, I guess.
So fun.
So fun. But when I suffer, the thing that I need to do is just to let go of the thing that I'm striving for. and the thing that I strive for changes all the time. And so my solution changes a little bit all the time. But the thing that I can know what I need to let go of, which is, of course, his definition of forgiveness, whatever that idea I need to let go of, is the thing that's bothering me right now. It's the thing I'm angry about, or frustrated about, or sad about, or fearful about, or any number of negative, lower vibration that I'm holding on to. And it changes all the time, and which makes this course customizable by the moment. Crazy, crazy.
I think the last time when I was so upset was, yeah, what I needed to let go of was the external validation, probably.
Mm.
Right? Like being able to feel like I'm getting appreciated, recognized, and acknowledged for how hard I'm working. And
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially if you deserve it, right? Like you're putting everything you have into it, and
Yeah.
then you don't get noticed. That's even more painful than
And
just,
then,
yeah.
yeah, and I think there's also a bit of guilt on my part because for doing school full time at the same time, right? And so now I don't do any overtime at work. And sometimes I'm just, and I haven't, not only have I not been doing overtime, I'm not doing my 2 hours of morning, like my morning process as it was, which used to be what like gets me in the mindset, in the correct mindset or whatever. So that nothing bothers me because I've done my meditation, I've done my chanting, I've done my yoga, I've done my music, my gong, my all of that, and I'm like super zen down, and I'm like, okay, ready to go. You know, just like machine mode.
Yeah.
And I think there is a bit of guilt because I feel like I am where I am in my career because I did all that.
Yeah.
And now they're not getting that from me. And I feel a bit guilty. But at the same time, I don't know, because it doesn't seem like they mind. It seems like they kind of, it,
Good enough.
yeah, like I'm still I still have one of the highest signing authorities, like loan amount signing authorities. Like most people, I think are like 75% of the company is still at below 1.5 million. And I'm one of the 25% that's at 2. And the whenever they have like challenging files, oh, this is a income qualifying investment loan versus a DSCR. This is a foreign national.
Uh-oh. Call
Like,
Sue. We got a hard one.
oh, what
That's what
happened?
they're saying. They're saying, call Sue. We got a hard one.
Oh, yeah. It's either me or this one other guy that they'll always want to assign the hard ones to. And so it's like they don't seem to mind. And I think in a way also because with managers, they're always like it's always that balance between pushing somebody, getting a good amount of work out of them, and making them feel appreciated and like making sure they're also moving up in their career.
Yeah.
But now that I'm doing school, they don't have to worry about promoting me into management or
Do they
like,
know? Do they know you're in school?
yeah. I told them before I started.
So do they not care and not notice, or do they not even notice there's a difference in you?
It's hard for me to imagine that they don't notice a difference.
They haven't said they've noticed.
They haven't said they notice, no.
That's interesting. That happened to me with Bob, the guy that when I
Yeah.
quit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. My whole thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, I feel like my life is over with. I feel like I'm wasting away. And
Yeah.
so I just stopped doing the extra stuff. And he didn't notice at all. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm just gonna take all the time I want and do whatever I wanted. And he's like, okay. And I thought that everyone was gonna be mad, everything was gonna fall apart, and everything was fine. I ended up quitting anyway because I was wanting to quit. But
yeah.
uh, the pressure that I had put on me had always been me putting it on me. And there was a lot of flexibility, which made sense to me in hindsight. And Carolyn actually always told me that, like, dude, you need to chill out. No one cares. You are amazing. You show up and do your work when you're there. That's enough. I'm like, no, I need to do more. I need to do more.
Yeah. No, I need to get everything done. Even I don't care that nobody else gets it done. It was all
Nobody else. That's right.
yeah.
Nobody else does it. So you're still the best out of most people when you just do your little job and let the stuff go. But for me, that was like, I would never do that.
Yeah. That's not good enough.
That's not good enough. That's right. Uh, and what a crazy thing
Yeah.
to know that your slave driver is you.
Yeah.
Which, if you're a three, Denise thinks you're a three. If you're a three, it is a ruthless taskmaster from within. Ruthless.
She says she thinks I'm an 8.
Oh, eight.
Yeah. An
Oh,
8 W8 wing
eight with a one wing.
with a 3 wing.
Eight with a three wing. You can't have the wings are right next to each other.
Oh, really?
But you can, how does it eight? So there's like like the star.
Yeah, yeah.
You can integrate and disintegrate. And the 8 goes,
Oh, maybe 5. I don't know.
forget what the 8 does, but the 3, the 9, and the 6 are the only things that can integrate with each other. And then the other ones cross. So whatever. But eight might work because you're definitely eights. I love eights. They're powerful, right? But eights will use their power as anger to roll over people, especially if you're weak. If you're weak to an 8, you're like useless, and you deserve to be you deserve to be fodder in my war. If you're strong and you fight back and you make sense, okay, I'll tolerate you. It's like, you're not an idiot. That's like the biggest compliment you can give a kind of a disintegrated 8. You'll go, all right, you're not an idiot, and you move on, right? But 8s that integrate are beautiful. They're the champions of the week. Like, they go and they are a beautiful presence, a beautiful, super strong presence in the world that are just champions for the week and do great, great things. Can go up against any kind of obstacle. They're awesome. And then even disintegrate. I've known plenty of 8s that are just brutes, and as long as you don't challenge them with intentional force, they're cool. I've always been cool with them, but my style has always been non-resistance. I'm like water. I'm still gonna go through you, but I'm just gonna kind of go.
Yeah. I thought I was a 5 wing 4, I think. And then she was like, yeah, she was telling me, well, you might want to look into 8s, because when an 8 is not when an 8 is like blocked or something, then they behave like 5s.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. She's done a lot more of this typing people than me. I'm usually wrong, but I love it when she's wrong. It's really fun for me. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So much to learn, so much to study, so much.
I know, forever.
Yeah, because like I said, after I finish school, I want to learn astrology. But now I'm all conflicted with astrology. Like, did I tell you about how I was like cross-referencing what the charts say versus what's actually in the sky with Skyview? Like where the planets actually are.
Oh, you mean the other person saying that it was different? Yeah, and you're like, actually no, and you looked at it. Yeah, yeah. That's
So
pretty
I
cool.
actually,
Just that story is really cool that you actually knew enough to even show her. That's cool that you even knew that.
yeah. So that and I now I'm like maybe I don't want to learn astrology anymore because it's not accurate anyway. Like yeah, like yeah, and so maybe now I want to do Enneagram instead. Like it's
What's that? So because she was pointing to the your
real or wait
what's
no.
it called?
So
What was she saying that was more accurate that wasn't?
well, she was saying Vedic astrology, but
Beta.
that's a misnomer.
Right.
Um, because yeah, there's really no such thing as Vedic astrology. That's like saying, oh, I follow Hebrew Christianity, or like
Yeah.
it's yeah, because there's so much anyway, long story short, like there's like Indian astrology and there's Western astrology basically. And there's also Chinese astrology, but whole nother there like one that uses the 12 signs of the zodiac, right? And Western astrology uses the tropical system versus Indian astrology uses the sidereal system. And to 5,000, 2,000, whatever years ago, they were the same. But there's like as time went on, the earth wobbles and wobbles in its rotation around the sun and everything. And so the stars look different. And then the sidereal system takes that into account. But there's like there's like 30 different types of sidereal systems. Like there's no consensus on what degree and where to start everything. So that's why you can't call it Vedic system. There's no single system that is Vedic. There's
Neither one of them are totally accurate anymore.
exactly. And I spent like the past week and a half, 2 weeks, like a nerd, going through like because I have two books that I had. There's this website called Honeycomb, and it's like you can get a map of where all of the transits are. And I had one pulled in the tropical system, and then the other pulled in sidereal system. And it's so interesting to me because like you can see like the moon sign changes like 3 days difference between the two things, and then some things like the sun signs are off by like a whole like 29 degrees. So it's like a whole different sign. And sometimes I think most of the time the sidereal one was correct. Like I'll check Skyview and it'll be correct, but then sometimes it's actually the tropical that's correct. So neither of them are really correct. So I'm just like, maybe, I don't know.
There's the Enneagram's really cool. There's this one thing. Shoot, I'm trying to remember the name of it. There's a guy named Paul Rudd who came up with this thing called Gene Keys. But Gene Keys comes from what's that thing? Do you remember where it comes from?
Isn't that the one that incorporates like the Kabbalah and wait, no, I think that's
I remember it.
yeah, no, that's something.
Where did Gene Keys come from? Human design. Have you ever heard of human design?
Yes, actually, yes. And human design is something that incorporates the Kabbalah, the tree of life, and like it correlates all of that with astrology.
Yeah. Human design is pretty cool if you want to geek out on something because it's kind of an Enneagram ish. So if I were to, and it seems super accurate and super helpful. I mean, I guess to an extent, I don't know, but the people that I know that give me readings, I'm like, wow, that's really helpful. Thank you. But human design is basically tells you just all your propensities, kind of like it's actually really similar to a good astrology reading. It kind of tells you what's going on with yourself, like
It's based on astrology, actually. So the way that you do human design readings, you get the same information, birth, time, place, and then they just categorize it in a different way. So
I wonder if those things are off now too. Then
I mean, I think the interesting thing about human design, though, is it does use the astrology systems, like it uses that, but it's not stating what, um, like it's not, actually, it kind of is, though. It is still claiming that we are impacted by the location of where these planets are.
mm-hmm.
So,
It
but
does.
that's not actually accurate. So.
It shows you all your energy centers and how some are open and some are closed and how they flow there.
Mm-hmm. All of that is based on your placements, based on, and one of the criticisms, actually, so I did start to kind of go into human design as well, but I stopped doing it basically because it's basically is like a version of astrology. And if I were to describe it, I would actually describe it kind of like the MMA of the like woo-woo world, I guess you can call it, like whether it be astrology or the Kabbalah, like all these spiritual stuff. Because human design just takes little bits of all of those things and combines it together, like MMA. And like, yes, in the beginning, MMA is very efficient in getting a beginner person up to a level where they can practically do stuff. But if you ever wanted to go deeper, there's really not much depth. That there isn't like a tradition and an art and like a like really
It's a fairly new system.
Exactly. And then gene keys, of course, is a derivation off of that even newer system. So and I'm sure there's a lot of practical uses that can come out of it too, but
well, the idea behind human design is to understand, but the idea behind gene keys is to free yourself. So the ideas behind both of them are a little bit different.
Wait, why would you want to understand yourself if the purpose isn't to free yourself? Like, I'm trying to understand so that we can.
Well, that would be my progression for sure. But gene key, human design is definitely not about freeing. It's about understanding myself, and I want to use it to like be me, to accomplish and be successful and not be sad, and like be happy and avoid this and go towards that. And it's to fully be you, just be a better you kind of thing, like understand you and you utilize you better, which is helpful for sure. But the context of gene keys is more of an awakening type tool, like, hey, this is true, but here's the path here's the path to awaken, kind of thing, like to who you really are, like this thing that you were born into, this expression, like you can learn about this expression that has all these characteristics because of the where and when you were born. It's like the condense of energy because of this location in time, which is how the universe spits you out, is true. That's going to greatly affect your experience, yes, and that's not you. Who are you? Okay, well, that's a good question. So it's that path. It's that path of.
And that's exactly what some of the placements for astrology is. is that's what your north node is for. Your north node points to like the agreement of what you decided to learn in this life. And the south node obviously is like, because it's like a calculation of the moon, like where the moon is pointing. And then the north node is, yeah, and then the south node is always the opposite of it. And that tends to be your comfort zone, what you like, what you're used to. And then the north node is what you came to accomplish in this life, which is going to be different from like your sun sign placement, your moon sign placement, your Mars, which is all of your actions and how you take action. But like, yeah, so yeah, it's the same thing.
And the Enneagram too is it's fun. I mean, it's all fun. I guess if you're into it, I've always enjoyed the Enneagram more. I don't know why I gravitated more, but it's definitely more of a really old Catholic thing. Like
Enneagram is an old Catholic thing, what? Or just liking it is okay?
Enneagram is an old Catholic thing. I think it's
that must be why I didn't gravitate towards it. Because I'm like
it's originally a Catholic tool, yeah. And it's to the original tool is to understand your darkness, basically that darkness that we're all trying to avoid. And the idea is our temperaments, all of our temperaments, which are our personalities, but I think it's deeper than the personality. But so these temperaments, the 9 temperaments, it's our reaction to the darkness. And we're trying our best to avoid the darkness at all costs because it's terrifying. And that darkness, in the context of A Course in Miracles, is the guilt from killing God, which in the way that we killed God is we created something separate, our special self, because God's oneness. And so if you can create something separate, then you killed oneness, kind of thing. And so we have this guilt, and so we have to deal with it because we don't want to give up our special self. It's our precious. And so now it's like, well, I feel bad about killing God, but I don't want to give me up. I'm not going to get annihilated. So now we got to deal with our guilt. And so that's what the whole Enneagram is. Now we have all these temperaments, 9 of them. And you can do whatever you want, except go to the darkness. Do not do that. And so voila, we have all these people doing all their stuff. That's if you look at it, it's kind of weird. Why are you doing that? Well, ultimately, I'm just trying to avoid the darkness. And so I guess it all fits. I mean, they all fit. There's always ways. I think there's always a way to atonement, to use a coarse word. And atonement is the work's already done. You're already free. So the grace of God gives us an out wherever we're at. You know, you're like, oh no, that's in astrology. Oh, that's in, it's like, oh no, that's there. It's like always there. Thank God it's always there. I'm really good at not seeing it, but it's always there.
Yeah. Should we finish up the last paragraph? It's 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the intro. Okay, so
okay.
Lay down your dreams, you holy Son of God, and rising up as God created you, dispense with idols and remember him. Prayer will sustain you now and bless you as you lift your heart to him in rising song that reaches higher and then higher still, until both high and low have disappeared. Faith in your goal will grow and hold you up as you ascend the shining stairway to the lawns of heaven and the gate of peace. For this is prayer, and here salvation is. This is the way. It is God's gift to you.
Lay down your dreams, you holy Son of God, and rising up as God created you. Dispense with idols and remember him.
And the idols and this whole dreams being exactly what you were talking about are illusion of having created something separate.
It's so disheartening to me, yes, that my ideas and goals and dreams and things I want to learn and things I want to become and all the fun things are not going to bring me contentment. It doesn't make them bad. I love it. love geeking out too on this stuff. I really do. I love learning. I love talking about it. I love teaching. I love being with people and having them discover. I love that whole thing. But when I do it to be somebody, to have my self-worth, it always ends in disappointment because it's not possible to become who I already am. And I'm always looking for that everywhere. And so I can lay down my dreams. He's saying lay down your dreams, not because our dreams are bad, but because there's nothing else to do because my dreams aren't real. And so I guess how do you play with all your stuff? How can you do all your stuff again as play? That's really the real best way to do life. I was sitting on the lawn yesterday with my kids, and Carolyn and my neighbors, and I had lots of conflicting feelings because there's lots of stuff I wanted to do for work in particular. And then I'm trying to learn AI. I'm trying to figure out how to get Claude Cowork, doing life for me. And then I'm like, I don't want to run it on my computer because it's security risk. There's so much to do. Quick. And but then I had this fleeting moment of contentment where I'm like, wow, this is actually really cool right now. It's perfect weather. Everybody was happy. Everyone was laughing. We're just being silly. My older boy was kind of being playful and wrestling with me. Which he doesn't usually like to do because he doesn't like when I squash him, which I like to do. And I'm like, wow, this is it. If someone were to take some pictures and post this on a social media, they would be like, wow, what a happy family, And in those moments, I can be completely dissatisfied and wanting to be somewhere else, doing something else to accomplish something so I can be satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess it's now.
Yeah.
I guess it's always now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
Thank you for sharing so much.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Time to get back into it.
Another week. There we go.
All right, Sue.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Bye.